Before you watch this video, I'd like to caution you that it does contain strong language. Therefore, if you are a member of a younger, more impressionable audience, or you'd simply rather not hear swear words on a YouTube video, you'll probably want to go ahead and pass this one by.
This episode is brought to you by Furhead Power. Shockingly electrifying.
Sounds like a stereo dust particles product to me. As some of you may be aware by now, I bought a truck.
Oh, you bought a truck? Oh, is it four-wheel drive?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, you won't get stuck on wet grass anymore.
Something like that. Anyway, it's a great truck, lovely truck. That's karma. That's karma right there. That's just pure karma.
Son of a bitch, I dropped the fucker on the porch.
You got it on my truck, too. Yeah, never mind, Furhead. I got a song for you later on.
A flannel chamois does just great.
Anyway, this is a great truck except for one thing. The most important feature is not working properly, and that's the radio. We've got rear speakers, but the front speakers aren't working right, and until Furhead was kind enough to take my door card off, I thought that maybe someone had stolen the front door speakers from this truck because they're very hard to see, and this patterned fabric behind the speaker grill gives absolutely nothing away. But here's the speaker driver. I have not in any way tested this yet, but my S10 loved to have speakers whose voice coils randomly opened. I'd never seen anything like it because if you played with the wires around the spider area, they would usually start playing. Likewise, if you also hit them with a high output from the audio power amplifier, they would suddenly start playing. And speaking of the audio power amplifier, this could be a fault in either the speaker driver or the in-dash entertainment unit, which you can see right there, thanks to the Handycam's extremely battery-sapping light. So we better turn that off before it starts complaining about its battery. Anyway.
Just hook it up to me.
Some people refer to me as a hoarder, and I guess if that's what they want to call me, they can. But what we have right here is a speaker that was saved from the old, cold, forgotten Buick. And I'll tell you what, well, it's probably broken now.
Good job. You saved your truck.
I think I broke it a little bit. But we'll make it work. Anyway.
Well, as long as it's not the clip part.
Anyway, the connectors on these two look awfully similar. And I think we're just going to have to try this. I'm going to have Furhead hold it in place now so that it doesn't short out and trip whatever short circuit protection that amplifier might have, assuming it's got any. Now, I forgot to mention that the front and rear amplifiers in those radios, this is not a fancy Bose system or anything like that. This is just your garden variety CD player. I think they call it a UL0 or something like that.
UL0?
Yeah, it's the RPO code. But anyway, this has a separate power amplifier, and I've never known any of them to go bad, but here's what we're going to do. We're going to try to stick this in place, or hold it in place, or do something with it in place. It is a magnet, so it should stick to the door metal. Yeah, there we go. It sticks a little bit. And now, I just got to get that connector hooked up, if it will indeed hook up. Okay, folks, do you believe in miracles? Furhead, do you believe in miracles?
I pulled this thing's sorry rear out, so yeah.
Well, guess what, folks? You're a witness to one. This is why I never throw anything away. Nearly 20 model years worth of difference. 1989
went bankrupt.
versus 2007. And General Motors, who could never do anything right to save their soul as concerns interior parts holding together or keeping bolt patterns the same or anything like that, for nearly 20 models years, they kept the connector
the same.
for the speaker is identical. And I did manage to repair it a little bit here. It was glued on, and I suppose I could glue it back. But I'm going to try to rig this up, and we'll see if the radio actually plays through the front door speaker now, or if it's a power amplifier fault. Okay, so now everything's hooked up to the radio, and we're either going to blow a fuse, or it's going to work, or do something. It might catch fire, who knows. But if it does go ahead and work, well, this song goes out to Comp Dude 512, whose twisted tastes in music introduced me to it. Here we go. Oh, it's playing. It's playing through that speaker.
My dinner's on fire while she watches TV, and if you ever wondered what it's like to be me.
Well, there you have it. Before the copyright mafia gets me, I think I'll shut it off. But it looks like for some reason or another, we simply have an open voice coil in this speaker. Amazingly enough, this is something you can get not only at your friendly General Motors dealer, but also from Amazon.com, of all places. They have this exact speaker, right down to that part number and everything, and it's 20 bucks per speaker, which really isn't too bad. And I really don't want to hassle with aftermarket speakers from any particular vendor, not because I don't like them, but because I really don't want to have to putz around with buying adapter clips and things like that. The stock speaker will do just fine. So thank you for watching.
With random voice coil openings. Loud! Loud! Loud!
Thank you, Furhead, for taking my door cord off. And feel free to leave a comment if you have one.
I always have a comment.